My name is Dennis Gunderov.
Hey, Dennis. Hey.
I recently joined VMware. And I'm actually, it's the first time I'm using this template. First time.
You look very marketing.
It looks like this, but the problem personally for me that I don't know too much about VMware. I mean, I know the products, I know the product line, and I'm just trying to get up to speed with technologies. But I know this product, VMware AppVolumes, and I joined this group because I know this stuff. And I know it for more than 2 years, and I like this product. So, agenda for this session is I originally submitted session like troubleshooting AppVolumes, but I have a question. Raise your hand if you use AppVolumes in your environment. Oh, we have two.
You're a bad influence, Dennis.
Okay, so. But I'm sure that many of you even didn't heard about AppVolumes or never installed it or never tried it.
Or Cloud Volumes pre-acquisition.
Oh, Cloud Volumes. Yeah.
Can you get us an NFI key?
You can get when you download AppVolumes, it comes with trial license. That you can use for 10 users or so.
Or a backdoor, so we don't need to put a license. I mean, whatever you prefer. We can't get NFR.
I don't have it yet. So, basically, I will talk about AppVolumes in general. I will not talk about troubleshooting AppVolumes because it doesn't make sense for people who never use it, AppVolumes, to have a session about troubleshooting. I will talk about AppVolumes in general, and for those of you who doesn't care about AppVolumes and don't want to use it, I will have a bonus at the end, how to virtualize Office in any environment, including AppVolumes, because I see this very important topic, and with AppVolumes as example, many customers are trying to virtualize Microsoft Office as a first application. They fail to do this, and because of that, they think that product sucks. No, product is okay. You just don't know what you're doing. Marketing side, I don't want to talk about benefits of application virtualization. I hope you know the benefits of virtualizing applications with any type of virtualization solution. So I'm not going to talk about marketing.
So Dennis, can you get back? It talks here about, is that SAN PIOPs or just SAN separate PIOPs? Where's the efficiency in AppVolumes with IOPS?
I will describe how AppVolumes work, and you will decide what you can do with IOPS. So basically, there are a few components with AppVolumes. It's AppVolumes Manager. I will talk about it in details. The console for managing the AppVolumes deployment and managing AppStacks. AppStack is basically VMDK or VHD file that contain your application. AppVolumes agent that runs on a virtual machine or on a physical desktop that actually virtualize this application, that present application to the system or to the user. And writable volume is the same VMDK file that can contain user profile or anything that user installs, like user installed applications, and it's VMDK or VHD file that can be used to make it your non-persistent deployment, make it persistent. Very interesting thing about AppVolumes that this product within VMware is, I think it's the only product that have such short release cycle. In February, we released AppVolumes version 2.5. It was first release with VMware, and it was first release with this name AppVolumes because before that, when it was independent startup, it was called Cloud Volumes, and even before that, the company was known under the name Snap Volumes. And you can still see Snap Volumes in many places in the application. A lot of the registry keys, drivers, code with the first name of the company, Snap Volumes. So in February we released version 2.5. In March it was version 2.6. In April 2.7. We will release 2.9. I don't know where's 2.8, why we're skipping it, but 2.9 will be released I think it will be end of May or maybe beginning of June. So we have very short release cycle. We're releasing new features. Product is improving with every version, and interesting thing, we started officially support Zen Desktop 7.x. And I was, when I was preparing this presentation, I was trying to find some funny picture, and I'm usually opening Google search and Google image search and type name of the product and joke or name of the product, meme. And the funny thing that I found this one, it's not me who created this meme. Yeah, we support Zen Desktop 7x in the latest release. And we didn't change, we changed the release notes. But technically, there is nothing specific was made in 2.7 to support Zen Desktop 7. But we test our product with Citrix deployments inside VMware. We test it and we making sure that it works without any issues. So, what is AppVolumes from the architecture perspective? We have a manager. Manager is a piece of software that you install on Windows Server, which is actually have multiple components. They are kind of hidden from you. You just install everything with installation wizard without configuring these components. But internally, we use Ruby on Rails as a web server that provide that have some schedulers, workers that are you can access them using APIs, and we have a web console running on the same server, and everything is hidden behind the Nginx web server, which is a high performance web server, and it's very important to have highly performing web server in this case, because agent that is installed on the virtual machine and service that is running on this virtual machine talk with AppVolumes manager every time when user tries to log on, or user is logging off, or when your computer is starting. And if your manager is slow, your logon performance will be slow. So that's the reason why we run Nginx, why we don't use IIS for that. Nginx is highly performing and it's great. So on the target computer, on the VM or on the physical computer, we have AppVolumes agent that basically consists of two pieces. File system virtualization driver and service that communicate with manager to get user assignments, application assignments, or other information, and service is also performing additional tasks such as registering fonts for your application, or running some pre-startup, pre-logon scripts. And I will talk about scripts in one of the next slides. We talk directly to vCenter using standard APIs. So we don't do anything that is not supported by VMware. We talk directly to APIs, and when VM is starting, user is trying to log on, and we want to attach some VMDK for user. This is done using communication channel with vCenter. But we, at the same time, we can talk directly to ESXi host to make this process faster. Because if you modify properties of the VM using the vCenter server, all these tasks are going to the queue that can delay the execution. So to optimize this process, we can talk directly with ESXi host. All user assignments, all computer assignments of applications based on the Active Directory groups, computers, users, organization units. So you can assign application to organization unit. You can assign different set of applications to the group. You can configure that some specific users will have writable volumes, and because of that, they will have persistent environment even if you use provisioning services. And we don't cache the Active Directory, so if you've seen cloud volumes like version 1 something, in the previous releases of cloud volumes, we were downloading all information from the Active Directory, and I was strongly against that. This changed a couple of years ago. We don't synchronize the Active Directory. We just talk with Active Directory and cache some things to use it in the manager console. And when you configure AppVolumes Manager, you don't need to have administrator access to Active Directory. Just any regular user account that have read-only permissions.
Wait. Question? The stack running on the actual Windows VM. Can you tell a bit about what's the performance impact, compatibility issue? Because it's many sits.
So on the client VM we run a mini filter driver, which is I don't remember exactly which functions. So there are different types of mini filter drivers. There are legacy mini filter drivers that can intercept more, but they have less compatibility. We are not using any legacy functions because of that. So we don't have a goal to isolate the application. We are not doing isolation. We are not competitor to Synap. We are not competitor to AppV. And more than that, you can use AppStacks as a delivery mechanism for your AppV applications.
It's less intrusive than streaming the profile.
Yes, it's less intrusive. It's basically, I will show how the virtualized AppStack looks like from the file system and registry. I will show it a little bit later.
Just what's the CPU and memory impact?
We had some performance testing on this, and it's insignificant. I can't. I don't remember the numbers.
Is this marketing?
Yeah, it sounds more like marketing, so I didn't include any performance things here. And because it really depends on the applications that you use. We have some. We had some issues with some applications, and the flexibility of the engine is and the flexibility of the service that it is running here. I was asked to add additional compatibility for specific applications because there was issue with applications that use when you install this application. These applications install fonts, and what we've seen in previous versions that if you, as example, you install some Adobe product that has a couple of hundreds of fonts, this process can, when you attach the application, this can slow down the logon process. So we identified this, and we basically give customers choice. Do they want to wait until all fonts are registered, or they want to get to the desktop and let fonts be registered in the background. By default, it's in the background, so it's very similar to printer mapping in settings. Some customers want to have printers after they log on, and they want to wait, and they configure this as a policy. Same here with printers, because when we show as the application, if application has some software printer like Adobe Distiller or something like that, the process of registering this printer can be can decrease the logon speed, and we can do this in background because of flexibility of the service engine. Yeah.
What kind of things can you do in the background? That sounds very useful. Just to get to like the picture.
I will show the types of scripts a little bit later, and
Okay.
I will show which where you can include some background things. So AppVolumes can work with VMware ESX or vSphere installation with VMDK direct attached mode. What is VMDK direct attached mode? If you open vCenter.
Hey Dennis, Aaron is disappointed because your marketing slide had SIFs in there and not SMB.
Oh, sorry. So, if I open, it's my ugly home environment, and it's actually in California. It's in California. It's I have huge latency here. Do I have connection? So, oh, I don't have connection. Oh, okay. Anyway, so.
It's California, you never have internet in California?
I get it. Okay. Just ignore this.
You can ask Yoni, he has the internet.
I get it. That so VMDK direct attach mode is pretty simple. Every application is stored in a separate VMDK file. It is stored on your VMware data store, and it when we talk about IOPS and optimizing IOPS, we're actually talking about you having, I don't know, Atlantis, Nutanix, any kind of storage.
vSAN.
vSAN, anything that you like, anything that works well for your environment and optimizing your data store, we can use it because what AppVolumes is doing is it's just creating the VMDK file, and it's up to you where you will store it. You can add as many data stores as you have to the AppVolumes Manager, and AppVolumes Manager will even replicate these VMDKs between data stores if you want to do this. Yeah.
Do you know if there's a limit to the number of data stores you can add to the AppVolumes?
We don't have a limit on our side. If there is a limit on vSphere, that's a limitation. We can't do more than vSphere, but we can, in the next version, we will have multiple vCenter connections. We have it right now in version 2.7, but it's kind of pre-release version. In 2.9, we will officially support multiple vCenter connections. And if you have different environments, you can scale.
I didn't see if it was on your versioning slide, but is the latest version fully compatible with vSphere 6?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
no issues that have come up there?
No.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
How many volumes of VMDKs can you attach to a single VM? So that's
It's the same limit as exists in vSphere. And in vSphere, this limit, I believe, is 60 volumes. We recommend not more than 20, less than 20. It's our recommended practice. But the limitation comes from vCenter, from VMware. So yeah, we can work with vCenter using VMDK direct attach mode. And another option, if you want to run this on a physical server, or if you are using some other hypervisors like Hyper-V, XenServer, I don't know, KVM, anything that you want, you can use with VHD in guest operation mode. And with VHD in guest operation mode, we store upstacks in the VHD files that can be stored on some file share, anything that you like, anything that you use, standard SIFs or SMB, if you like. File share, standard VHD format that you can edit with any tools that comes with hypervisor or with operating system. And these VHD files are attached to the computer using built-in functionality of operating system. So in Windows 7, Windows Server 2008, Windows 8, you can attach VHD file using Disk Manager. And it will look like this. So in Disk Manager, you attach VHD file. We do exactly this. We attach VHD file from the file share, and then we combine the base operating system and application installed on this app stack. From the agent perspective, from the performance perspective, from the service perspective, everything is the same like in VMDK direct attach mode. So it's up to you what you use. You can even use VHD direct access mode, VHD access on the vSphere. It's fully supported. It would work perfectly. When we do VHD mapping, we can optionally control permissions on the VHD app stacks. And if you're using writable volumes and you want to be sure that they are assigned, that nobody will just copy them from the file share, we can dynamically change the permissions, because these VMDKs, they are attached to the computers. And when user logs on to the computer, we need to get computer permissions on this VMDK. And we dynamically change permissions on the VMDK, on VHD files, to ensure that only computer that need to have access because of user logged into this computer, only this computer have read or read-write permissions on the VHD file. If you yes.
Is there any performance or log-on impact difference between the VHD and the VMDK format? Any reason to choose one over the other?
I don't have this kind of information.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
From the practical perspective, I think environments are more optimized for SAN or NFS from a hypervisor. So if it's vSphere, I think the plumbing, the back-end
Yeah,
network infrastructure.
if you're using vSphere, if you have your storage subsystem optimized, it is better to use this
Right.
one. Because saves, it's a file sharing protocol, and it's kind of chatty, and of course if you're using VHD in guest mode, we recommend to run this on Windows.
Yeah,
We recommend to run the Windows server as a file server.
Right.
yeah, my question for that was mainly at what point in the process from like a process level does it actually start later than the VMDK would? Because, you know, when does it detect that the filter driver, when it's going to actually be able to attach either the VMDK or that? Does it start at a different process? And then does it actually take a little bit longer from a process perspective outside of the statistics of the network and the other pieces?
So there is actually no difference when file system driver starts visualizing operating system application. There is no difference, and there is actually difference in performance. If you if you assign the VMDK or VHD file to the computer, if it's assigned to the computer, VMDK file is attached to the system before computer starts.
Yeah.
VHD file attached before user logged in, but after computer starts. So yeah, there is a difference when VHD or VMDK are attached, but after user logged on, he already has his applications, and there is no difference. Because I don't have internet connection, I have a video that I can show it to you.
Can you not connect the rows?
I was connected, but I don't want to start troubleshooting it right now, and even if I will be connected, there is huge latency between here and California. I don't know why.
But you use Citrix to connect in though, right?
No. So, it's not very clear, but basically this is the GUI of the manager. And on this screen you can see utilization, you can see how many... Let me pause it. Very friendly. You see, it's old video with cloud volumes. So on this screen, you can, on the first screen on dashboard, you can see which users are currently logged in. We collect information about logon counts, how often users are logged in. It's it's stored in our database, so you can use it as a dashboard to see how your VDI environment is utilized. On this screen you can see the license information, how many licenses are consumed, and so on. Next screen is volumes. So here on this screen you can create app stacks, you can import app stacks if you got some VMDK files from your partners or from different deployment. You can import them, you can copy these VMDK files or VHD files to your storage and import them on this screen. You can edit VMDK files. Here you can edit app stacks if you want to upgrade the application, install a new version of Service Pack for your Microsoft Office. You can click edit, and basically we will ask vCenter to copy the VMDK file, create a new VMDK file and open it for writing, and you will be able to attach it to master computer and install updates. Yeah, you can, for every app step, for every VMDK file, you can see where, to which users or to which computers or domain organization units this VMDK is assigned. And you see attachment. You can see attachments. So assignments, it's like I'm assigning something to the main group. Attachment is a real-time view of who is using this in this moment. You can see applications in every app stack. And what is coming with some of the next versions, we will introduce a feature. It was announced already about a year ago. We will add a feature called app clocking. Basically, you can create one. What's happening?
Yeah, they paid the advertising on my head.
You can create app stack with multiple applications, but you can hide some applications from users, or like you can create a universal app stack that will have all Office applications, but for some specific users you will present only Microsoft Word without Outlook, without creating separate app stack. So everything can be packaged in one. Yep.
How is that done? Do you use NTFS permissions or something else?
When we virtualize operating system, when we virtualize the application, we just not virtualizing some register keys or some files. They are still on the VMDK, and if you will go on with admin permissions and stop the service and stop the driver, you will see these files. But for regular user that can't do this stuff, we will show only a specific set of files or specific set of register keys.
So you, for example, you show PowerPoint.exe, but you do not show Excel.exe as an example.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can see which applications are installed, and if you've been at the AppVolumes booth, VMware booth here at Civic Synergy, there was a demo of this app clocking. How does it work? You can assign applications to users instead of assigning the full app stacks with multiple applications. What's next? You can create writable volumes. Basically, every user will have a VMDK or VHD file, which will be attached to the VM when user is logging in, and all changes. There's actually 3 built-in templates that we have. One template for writable volume that will capture only stuff that goes to the profile, to the user profile. Another template is
What is 10 minutes? When Helgi starts to ask questions, that's 2 minutes.
okay. We have VMDK template that capture user installed applications, and we have VMDK template that capture both profile and application. So you can create a persistent environment with PVS or MCS or any other non-persistent technology. What VMware have for non-persistent, I don't know.
Does that pin the VMDK to the computer account, or does it follow the user?
It's follow the user.
Right, that's very important, right?
Oh yes.
Thank you.
That is very interesting. But you
goes.
probably can use one VMDK only at one time. So if the user has 2 sessions on 2 machines,
Yes.
you can't use the
Yep,
same
yep,
VMDK
yep,
on
yep.
both at the same time.
Yes,
Obviously.
of course, there are some limitations. Yes, you cannot attach it only to one machine. So we don't recommend it to use this as a profile management solution. Profile management, we recommend to use
Video.
which is user environment manager right now. But if you don't want to use it, if your users are working on one VM only, you can create writables, and in writable, in properties of the writable, there's option to prevent user logins if writable is attached to another machine.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
it will just show access denied to user if he's trying to start a second session.
But
Which
it
is why
should-
you support Zen Desktop 7, not Zen App 7.
We support the NAP 7, and I personally have I know about Citrix more than some other guys in our team, and I'm saying, guys, if you're saying that you support the NAP, you should say that you support seamless sessions. We, I mean, you can do this, but there's no integration with Zen Desktop at this point. We have integration with Horizon 2 right now. We have a broker that runs, I mean, we have a service that runs on the VMware View connection server and track user connections to speed up their attachments, to attach the AppStacks in advance. Yeah.
So just to add on to that, just basically summarizing what I think, AppStacks can be assigned to the computer for a XenApp system, whereas the ones where you're assigning a writable volume, you're not going to assign that to a multi-user system.
Yeah,
Just like you would in PDD.
Yeah, we support RDSH or XenApp with computer-based assignments. When a set of applications are assigned to the computer, not to the user.
So all users logging on to the RS server will see the attached, the AppStack apps?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But you can still use that cloaking technology you
Yes,
mentioned.
yeah.
To
When it
have
will be
different
released.
user groups.
It's not released yet, it should be in 3.0 or so in couple of months.
Okay.
But have you seen any Zen Desktop customers already using AppVolumes?
Most of the AppVolumes customers are using it with Zen Desktop.
Yeah, and that's
From what I know.
Yeah,
That's a great synergy.
That's
Yeah.
my testament too.
Okay, so how much time I have?
2 minutes, 59 seconds.
It's always the same answer.
Because I didn't use half of my slides. Okay, so this is
Then you do it
console.
faster.
You can check the console. It's very cool. But let me show you another video. Application deployment, how it looks like. So when user is logged in, there is no applications, and if you check the properties of the VM, there's just one virtual drive attached, one indicated with base operating system. Then you go to the AppVolumes manager, or AppVolumes here, search for a user, click attach, assign application, and you can do this on the next wagon or immediately. And if you do this immediately, you will see the screen, then we switch to the VM, open the properties just to check what is happening. And you see that icons start appearing on the screen, and we have another VMDK attached to the VM. And like hundreds of apps was delivered in a couple of seconds, not 170. And when you create the AppStack, there is no packaging happens. You don't need to run any packaging tool that will start capturing. You just create the AppStack, new AppStack from the console, attach it to the computer that doesn't have the application installed yet, log on to this computer, and then basically you install the application. As you usually do this with any non-virtualization technologies. Yep.
What if you need parameters or configuration or kind of stuff during installation?
You can do whatever you want. Everything will be captured.
Like, can you pass external parameters during loading, like server names or stuff? You have different branches, different locations.
To the
not a
application
using
itself.
Yeah.
you mean?
During installation of these applications.
You install the application, then you can open it, configure as you want.
I think he means when you attach the AppStack to different computers, and on one computer, for example, you wanted to talk to one database server, and on the other computer to a different database server.
You can do any kind of modification, and I will show it.
Wouldn't you use a UVM product for that? Wouldn't you use that in combination with
You
the
can use
video
UVM
to
or-
see,
Yeah.
like, on this event, AppStack, new AppStack attached, do some logic to point something somewhere?
If you you want to do this with UEM, you can do this. If you want to do this with
What was the
AppStack,
question?
I will show what we can do. So the AppStack, AppStack or writable looks like this. It's a standard file system. We have some metadata, some scripts in the root of the drive, like here you see shell start, but startup, but I will show full list of batch files that we can run at different stages. We have configuration file. We have snapflow.dat. It's basically it's standard registry hive. All ACL information is captured during the capturing process, and if there are some permissions changed on the system files, we capture this stuff as well and store it in the AppStack. Registry key, registry hive, it has all information that was changed when you install the application, and it has a metadata that store information about registry keys that was deleted during the installation, or rename it, or if security permissions was changed on some registry key or file system. We capture this stuff and use it when we visualize the application. So we capture everything and put it to the VHD file. When we do the virtualization, we use text file for configuration. So if you want to do something more, or you have application that doesn't work by default, and you want to skip virtualization or exclude some processes from virtualization, or you want application to store data persistently, even the application itself is virtualized, you can modify the configuration files for every AppStack, or you can modify the configuration file for the template that you're using to create writable volumes. And you can use this template to create all writables for all users. When I said that we can run different batch scripts, batch files at different stages, here's the full list. We can run script before virtualization happens, after volume is attached. We can run next stage is startup, after volume is attached into the virtualization and application was virtualized. We can run the application as example and do some modification or pass some parameters. We can run scripts after user log on, before shell is started, before Explorer is showing the desktop, and after that we can run scripts on shutdown, log off, and after shutdown, I mean after virtualization is disabled. We can run scripts during the provisioning process and after provisioning process if you want to modify your file, your AppStack. If we talk about scalability, so we don't limit anything on our side. We have limitations from the hypervisor, and these limits are supported by us. We have recommendation to not attach one VMDK to more than 2,000 virtual machines, but that sounds like logical. But when we talk about one AppStack per 2,000 machines, we talk about one VMDK. If you create a storage group, and within this storage group your AppStacks are replicated, you will have multiple VMDK files in different storages. You can assign same application, same AppStack to more than 2,000 virtual machines. Up to 10,000 agents communicating with one manager instance. But we recommend to have at least 2 AppVolumes managers, because you can do maintenance, it will be highly available. You can use load balancer like Netscaler, or you can configure agent to talk with multiple managers without load balancer. Storage groups. As I said, we can create a storage group that will have definition of multiple data stores on your VMware infrastructure, and AppVolumes Manager will replicate VMDKs between groups, between storages. 1 minute?
Yeah, well, like this is like the biggest session I ever seen in PubForum.
The longest.
Anybody cares about Microsoft Office?
No.
Nobody uses it.
Libra.
So first thing about Microsoft Office is just, okay, if you are bored about AppVolumes, let's talk about Microsoft Office and Microsoft licensing. First thing, if you're virtualizing Microsoft Office with any application virtualization solution, if you run Microsoft Office on VDI deployment, you can use only Office Professional Plus, Office Standard, or Office 365 Plus with which is installed from the Office Professional Plus installation media. You can use only these editions. You cannot use OEM, retail, or MSDN editions of the Microsoft Office. Installation media should be downloaded from Microsoft Volume Licensing Service Center. If you will download it from MSDN or use a retail copy, your Office will fail to activate. And why I'm talking about this, like 90% of the proof of concepts with AppVolumes starts with virtualizing the Microsoft Office. And people take MSDN ISO, install it, then they see that application is, that Office application is not activated, and they blame AppVolumes. Same with anything like Synap or
PBS and stuff. It's the same issues with PBS and
PBS, MCS, it doesn't matter what you use. You must download the correct installation ISO, correct media, and you must have professional or standard licensing.
Is it KMSN Mac? Oh, sorry. Never
If
mind.
you
Forget
do non-persistent computers
Yep.
in your VDI deployment, KMS only.
Okay. So it's
Because
same
Mac-
typical rules.
Mac has a limitation of how many times you can activate the same registry, same license key. And if your computer is not persistent, you run out of the activations. You must always rearm Microsoft Office before finishing the provisioning process, and you should never run any Office applications after you rearm the Office, because it will clear the stuff. And many customers are asking, why you virtualizing the application and don't store the activation information? Even it's technically possible, none of the vendors should do this, because Microsoft Office is licensed per device, and it should be activated on each device. If you package the application to AppStack or to Synap package or to application streaming package or to the AppV package, activation should always happen as a first step when you run this application on every new computer. Thank you.
Ah.